A common misconception is that students must travel to build international understanding. But when a study across round square schools by researchers from Harvard University identified a top 5 effective approaches to building students' global competence, none of them required students to travel overseas. The international study involved more than 11,000 teenagers and nearly 2,000 teachers in round square schools in 34 countries and found that students' global competence is best developed through volunteering and community service, through learning about different cultural perspectives, through celebrating cultural diversity, through discussing world events, and through learning how to solve conflicts.
So, with this in mind, let's start in your classroom and consider what opportunities do you have to internationalize the curriculum within your own subject and context? How do you already bring in different global perspectives? And can you build on these? Is there scope to address more big world problems within your subject area and in doing so build your students' appreciation of cultural difference and diversity? You might build internationalism themes into your curriculum, for example, by changing your schemes of work to include a range of cultures and global perspectives. This might mean looking at what books you include in your English curriculum or the artists you focus on in art classes. Some schools use international news programs within their lessons, while other schools have taken part in round square collaborations where classes perform typical songs from their countries, share information about their local weather conditions, or become pen pals.
Beyond your subject area, and especially if you are the round square coordinator in your school, you might also consider introducing other international topics during pastoral time or through another timetabled class or elective. For example, a number of schools around the world offer a dedicated Global Perspectives course, yours may be one, and many schools introduce and explore international topics through themed assemblies. Most round square schools celebrate one or more theme days across the year, such as World Oceans Day and International Women's Day, and Round Square coordinates activities around some of these.
The next area to explore sits just beyond your classroom. What other opportunities do you have to introduce or become involved with co-curricular activities that broaden students' international horizons? For example, many round square schools host their own International Festival Day or week or celebrate different cultures and nationalities on specific days. Usually, this involves food, sharing national dishes, exploring traditional cultural dress, and enjoying a wide variety of music and dance from different cultures around the world. International days or weeks aim to promote cultural appreciation whilst avoiding cultural appropriation. They celebrate diversity, often focusing on those cultures and nationalities represented within the school. Many round square schools offer Model United Nations or MUN programs in which student groups are assigned different countries to research and represent in a debate or negotiation. You can also direct students to the Round Square Ideals Challenge, an online short course that introduces what it means to have a spirit of internationalism via a curated menu of TED Talks with reflective questions, worksheets, and supporting activities. This can be found in the student pages of the Round Square website.
Now let's widen our context outside of school. Could you build students' understanding and empathy around diverse perspectives and experiences through real-world learning opportunities in your local community relevant to your subject area? Are there community service or research opportunities, for example? If your students are already volunteering, how can you connect this back into your classroom? And could you bring in speakers from local community groups as relevant to your subject area? Next, let's go further afield and consider how you collaborate with teachers in round square schools across the world to co-create project-based teaching and learning opportunities. A good place to start, or look for inspiration, is to browse the collaboration opportunities posted on the RS website by teachers around the world, which are also summarized at the end of the Round Square weekly e-newsletter. There may be existing opportunities that you can join, or you may be inspired to create and post your own. Schools have collaborated to create photography magazines or art projects. Some schools work together to write stories or to explore writers in more depth. There are subject-specific collaborations in economics, science and humanities, and projects targeting younger learners to share their cultures.
The next area to consider is the Zoom-based online activities coordinated by Round Square, such as Round Square postcards, language labs, or history labs. Do any of the upcoming topics or labs fit with your subject area? Or could your students host their own on a topic that is directly relevant to your taught curriculum? The case studies in the next section include examples of each and explore the connections teachers have made with their taught curriculum. Last but not least, we come to travel-based opportunities. Whilst not the only way in which students can develop international understanding, travel with an educational purpose is arguably the most impactful and long-lasting. Take a look at the trips and tours already run by your school and consider whether they are maximizing the potential for building international understanding. Is there more you can do to ensure that students travel with intent to learn and take time to reflect and process their learning? Your school may already participate in Round Square conferences, international service projects, or student exchange through the Round Square network. These three experiences are often transformational for students' international understanding, opening their eyes to the wider world through an immersive experience. There is a module on each of these opportunities, how to access them, and the outcomes you can expect for students in the Learning Hub.
We hope this presentation has shared a range of ideas for growing students' spirit of internationalism. Next, let's explore some examples, taking a deeper dive into what this looks like in practice.